What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. I thought I'd make this video to clear up some confusion about the different visas, what you're allowed to do on those visas, what you are not allowed to do. I was having a conversation with someone through email, and I thought he was asking one question, but he was actually asking something else. And it's really a matter of semantics, but there was some confusion. It was almost like we were speaking two different languages, but we finally figured it out, and that's good. But I thought I'd clear up any confusion with this video. Now, if you're a supporter, you've already received this information in my last exclusive video I sent out a few days ago, and along with a copy of my new horror short story. So if you are a supporter and you haven't checked your email for that, be sure to give it a look. So let's talk about these visas and things. I want to start out by saying that there is no such thing technically as a retirement visa. There is no such thing as a work visa. Okay? There are mainly two types of visas most people get when they come to Cambodia. There are more than these, but I don't know anything about the other ones, so I can't speak about them. But the first one is a tourist visa. This visa is good for 30 days. You can extend it once in country for an additional 30 days if you want, so you can get 60 days on that visa. It is a single entry visa as well. That means if you come here, let's say you wanted to come here for just a month, and about a week in, you decided you wanted to go visit another country for whatever reason, that visa, that tourist visa, would be null and void. You won't be able to come in on that same one. You would have to start the process over and get a brand new tourist visa. As soon as you leave the country with a tourist visa, it's null, it's void. Can't be used to re-enter at all. Couple important things to keep in mind with the tourist visa is that first, you cannot change it to another visa type in country. That was a program they had previously. It lasted for a little while, but they have now eliminated that. Hey, look. So you can't do that anymore. That means if you come in on a tourist visa and you want to stay long term, you will have to at some point leave the country and come back to change the visa type. Now, there's not a lot of land borders that are open right now, but next month I suspect there will be, because both Vietnam and Thailand are relaxing their restrictions for entering the country. And everyone's pretty sure they're going to be opening up these borders in short order, but no official announcements yet. So that's the tourist visa. Now for the long-term stay visa, you need the E-visa. That's what it's called, the E-visa. It's not a retirement visa, it's not a work visa, it's not a business visa. It's simply an E-visa. This will allow you to stay long term. This one is also only good for 30 days. Your initial E-visa is only good for 30 days. However, unlike the tourist visa, at the end of that 30 days, you would just go to a travel agency here in Cambodia and get your visa extension. That is different from the visa. Your extension will have a letter, designation, R, G, or B, and those mean different things. R would be the retirement extension, not the retirement visa. You would have an E visa with an R extension. Same thing with EB, which is the business visa. You would have an E visa with a business extension if you want to work, start your own business or something like that. And there's EG, general. You would have an E visa with a G extension. And that visa would be if you're looking for work or are unsure if you want to retire or work or something like that. Now the G visa, the EG visa extension, I should say, that's where the confusion comes in. The EG visa extension can, I believe, only be purchased once for a total of 6 months. But only one time. However, both the EB extension and the ER extensions can be applied for up to a year. And that will let you stay in country. And you do not have to leave the country to get these extensions or to renew these extensions. And any visa extension you get that is good for 6 months or more will be a multiple entry visa. That means as long as that extension is valid, you can leave the country, go to other countries, go back home, and when you come back to Cambodia, as long as it's still valid, as long as that extension hasn't expired, you can re-enter the country with that same visa extension and not have to start all over. I mean, you will see and hear online people saying things like, this is how you get your, your retirement visa in Cambodia, your working visa in Cambodia, but there are no such things. And I think most people understand that we're talking about an e-visa with this certain type of extension, but in the case I was talking about through the email, the gentleman didn't understand that and thought he could just come in to the country, because visas on arrival are of course back now, and he could just say, I want a retirement visa, and they would not know what you're talking about because there is no such thing. So I just wanted to tell you guys this to avoid any confusion if you're planning on coming over here and staying long term, or you're trying to plan out your trip and what kind of visa you initially want. Another thing to keep in mind is that right now anyway, the only people who can apply electronically for an e-visa are people with Taiwanese passports. If you're a Taiwanese passport holder, you can apply for an E-type visa online and get it in advance. Anywhere else, you can't do that beforehand, but you can still get one upon arrival. So I hope that clarifies what we're talking about when we discuss these things, and hopefully it'll help you avoid any confusion as you're trying to come over here to the country. And really another thing to keep in mind is that this only applies to entry into Cambodia. If you're coming over here on a flight that travels to another country, maybe you're going to have a layover, their rules might be different. You might need a PCR test for that particular country. You might have to get another test in a particular country, even if you're there for a layover. You'll have to check with the rules for those countries. I can only tell you what's required coming into Cambodia itself. Now, if you know what airline you're going to be flying from, most airlines, somewhere on their website, will have updated COVID requirement information for the different countries and different flights that they into and out of. So if you're wondering if where you're going for a layover is going to have any restrictions or anything, check with the airline website first, or check with the embassy from that country first to verify. Just because you don't need a PCR test anymore to fly into Cambodia doesn't mean other countries won't have that requirement. Alright, I hope that clears up any information or disinformation or any confusion or anything like that. I just wanted to get that out there. So when I talk about these things, we are all on the same page. We know what we're talking about. And all that good stuff. Alright, be sure to check out all my links down below. In case you don't know, if you donate through my PayPal, Ko-Fi, or join my Patreon, you'll receive all my weekly exclusive stuff. I make weekly exclusive videos just for my supporters. I also send them copies of my book, Live in Cambodia, A Guide for Living in the Kingdom of Wonder. All my short stories I am currently writing for my next book, my first book of fiction. I just started writing another one. I'm about 1,000 words in right before we left the house there. And you receive other stuff throughout the week just for you. Also, my social media is down below. My other YouTube channel is down below if you're into that sort of thing. And other channels vlogging from this part of the world are also listed down below for you to check out. Alright, I'll talk to you guys in the next one.